Why be easy when you can just die?
Woo! Woo! I'm Chewy Mew and welcome to my channel, but more specifically, welcome to Venom month, where today we're going to be taking a look at my custom ToyBiz Marvel Legends Shriek. So here we go. Here is Shriek. She can't stand very good because she has heels. Maybe she can't stand, no, so I'll just hold her like that. But yeah, so here she is next to the ToyBiz Spider-Man Classic Spider-Man. And I'm using this Spider-Man because during her first appearances, Mark Bagley, which this figure kind of has vaguely eyes, so it kind of works here, you know? It was like a Bagley era of Spider-Man, so these eyes, I think definitely, or this Spider-Man definitely fits the best with Shriek. Yeah, so this custom is using a bunch of different figure parts. There's like fuzz on her. Has a bunch of different parts used to it, a lot of different ToyBiz female figures, and also the Hasbro Marvel Legends Shriek head. Here she is next to the ToyBiz Fearsome Foes box set Carnage. So she is also taller than Carnage, because the heels definitely make her taller than most other characters. Yeah, so here they are together, the two lovebirds. So I didn't do anything to the face that's different, like her bangs and stuff, her face. I did paint the earrings gold so they'd match the belt here. As far as the hair, this is made up of a bunch of different figures, so the head, it comes off. Unfortunately, because the way ToyBiz did their necks and the way Hasbro does their necks, there's no way to make them compatible. So what I did was I cut off the back side of her head and the top of her head, and I kept the sort of bangs mullet kind of thing she had with the bangs here, and then she had like a weird mullet, which she never has. She has like big voluminous hair. So they were like, nah, let's cheap out and give her tiny hair. And so so this hair is a mixture of the ToyBiz Marvel Legends Electro, along with the Marvel Legends Spider-Woman, and maybe by ToyBiz as well. Maybe some other different figures, and it's pretty squishy hair. These parts are flexible. So I painted all of it black, and then I mixed blue with with black as well, and then also dark gray to paint it on and give it this sort of a look. Does this help? That doesn't really help, but yeah, you can see, so it's glossy here because I think hair looks good glossy. As far as the body though, the neck looks kind of weird. It does have like a hinge that works, but it looks kind of bad, but that's okay considering it's just mainly meant to just hold the head on. Because this kind of hair, you can't really, you just rotate the head. She can't look up. Like, that's as good as she can look up, but that's, excuse me, she can look down, but that's not really gonna, she's not really gonna be doing that too much. The shoulders, so the base body here, the ToyBiz Marvel Legends Invisible Woman, did have these sort of butterfly joints. Do I have a figure that has those? Sinister 6 Venom here has these butterfly joints to work like this. On this specific mold, they didn't work that good. I don't know why, for some reason. So then I just glued them inside the body, and then that makes the shoulders not look as weird. Because she also looked kind of, her shoulders were in a weird angle, so by doing that, it fixed them. And then the lower arm here, this part here is from the Spider-Woman I was talking about, the ToyBiz Spider-Woman. These fists came from the original Shriek, and what I did in order to make these fit was I just, I had to cut the arm. I had to cut like the original figure's hand off and then drill a hole that was the right size to put these fists on. Unfortunately, I don't have the rest of the interchangeable hands because I used them. I made a custom Mary Jane using the Shriek body. That arm does come off. And then I just gave her the sort of like, kind of like the generic magical like girl hands they give to female figures for some reason. I just cut like a piece of her hair off and glued it on these. She has like shoulder pad looking tufts that are kind of like on the bicep here. I also sculpted some spikes to put here on the back of her arms. I'm not good with sculpting symmetrical things, so they don't quite look the same on both sides. These arms do come off because they're not supposed to be compatible. I had to cut plastic and do modification to make them even work. So then when I rotate the bicep, sometimes they come off. As far as the torso here, this is the Invisible Woman's body. You can see the bust is definitely quite crazy. From the side, it looks weird. Because in the comic books, she's very voluptuous, as you do in the comics. And then she has like this skin-tight thing that has like crazy cleavage, so I went ahead and did that, and I think from the side it looks really weird. Like there needs to be more on top, because it's just like a shelf. You could put like a ninja helmet there, you know. And I think I did pretty good to make it look like, you know, chesticles. As far as the torso, there's like not much else done to it. The legs, or this part of the belt here, is the original belt she came with, and it was silver, because that costume she comes in, like the vanilla Hasbro version, has the belt that's just like kind of like hanging and it's silver. Same thing with the earrings. And then the legs, she's like these hooker boots, which go up this high. And then one of them, the boot cuff is kind of folded down. For some reason, this plastic, I tried everything I could. I tried painting it another color and then painting white. It has this weird speckled look. I sanded it down like crazy and I painted it. That didn't work. I painted, I put a sealer over top of it first, or like a finish, and then I painted over top. Nothing worked. Like the paint just doesn't stick to these legs for some reason. So they look kind of speckled, but like from here it's not too noticeable. There's more fuzz on her leg. I don't know why there's like fuzz everywhere. That sucks. Because it was on a shelf and I guess it's collecting dust. It's been there for a while. I never showed it because I was waiting for Venom month. So also you may notice this leg is different. This is actually a shoulder from the ToyBiz Spider Sense Spider-Man, because this leg, so this leg here has this hinge like that, and on this figure, the pin that goes inside the pelvis broke off, and so the leg was worthless. So I just had to, or the hip was worthless, so I tried to use this one, which it gives really good range going forward and back. It does chip the paint there, which is kind of unfortunate, but it does work. It looks kind of strange having different shaped hips, but as far as the feet, I just put the feet up and bent the toes so it'd be like in a heel position. I cut off the back of the figure's heel, and then I made these sort of custom heels, which again don't look too symmetrical, but if you get the angles lined up right, she can stand. Most times I'm probably gonna have her leaning up against a wall or put her on a stand or something in order to make her stay in position. But yeah, so I do like Shriek as a character. She was in the console game for the SNES called Spider-Man Maximum Carnage or something like, or Maximum, yeah, I think the Spider-Man and Venom Maximum Carnage, I think that's what it's called, where you play Spider-Man or Venom, and then one of the bosses is Shriek, Doppelganger. You fight various members of Carnage's pretty much like team, and she's one of the characters, and I was like, oh, I kind of want a figure of her. Eventually Hasbro made one, and it was kind of terrible, so I had to make a custom that's, better. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look as refined, the paints aren't as clean, the sculpt isn't as clean and stuff. Articulation doesn't work as effective as it would like on an official release. But, I already bought the Hasbro one. Basically, it was a gift, but I wanted it pretty much only for the head, and then I made a Mary Jane custom with the body. But overall, I think it looks good. One thing I did was I painted all the black parts with a matte finish, with matte paint, so it doesn't look super glossy. Like, you compare the hair. Come on. Can't take the head off now. Compare like the torso part here to the hair. You can see how glossy this looks and reflective, whereas this one looks nowhere near as glossy, The matte paint, I don't know what's wrong with these stupid legs, because the paint didn't work. And it's like the same plastic. The pelvis is the same plastic. The upper torso is the same plastic. I don't know why on the legs the paint just doesn't work. I don't know why. I might redo it and try to find other legs or something. I don't know, but either way, like, you can see they don't look the cleanest up close, but like from a distance like that, it's not too noticeable, and once I get her in a pose on a shelf with other figures, it's not as noticeable. Go over articulation now. So like I said, the head, it doesn't, she can look up like that. That's not really much. She can look down, which isn't the most useful. It does rotate side to side at a weird angle. Also, if you take the head off, this neck looks super weird. Just because the figure's neck broke. As far as the arms, they go up all the way, and they're supposed to go up all the way if the shoulders don't come off. You can rotate the arms all the way around. The bicep rotates all the way around here, which and then you have double bend in the elbow, which is like perfect range in the elbow there. Take it off for now. You have a hinge in the wrist that goes forward or goes side to side, and then it rotates all the way around. The torso, like I said, I did modify the armpit joints to not be there anymore because it made it look weird. So that other than that, I did improve the ab crunch, so now she can go forward a decent amount. Originally, the figure could go forward like that much, and now she can go forward that much. Going back is pretty decent as well. The waist swivel works the same. The original figure, which is this leg, the leg could go out that far, but now she can do, based on modifications there, she can do the full splits. Not quite full splits, just because, oops, that leg does come off, but it still does rotate and everything's fine. I heard a crunching sound. Oh dear. So yeah, this thigh has a rotation here. This one also has rotation, which it scratches the paint, but that's kind of just a thing that happens. Double bend in the knee. which does reveal some of the paint underneath. It's not too bad though, but perfect double bend in the knee there. This one also has a double bend in the knee, which the paint comes off. I don't know what's wrong with these legs, dude. Unfortunately, somehow when I glued this piece, I accidentally ruined the boot swivel, which she does have here. So that kind of helps. This one doesn't have it. And then the ankle goes all the way forward and all the way back, so you can do the standard on toes. And then the toes do bend as well, but based on the way this figure having heels now, the toe joints aren't really useful. They're pretty much just to keep her standing up. And then she does have ankle pivot, which is improved, which ankle pivot like that isn't the most useful, but it kind of just gives like slightly different angles there. I'm not good at posing like feminine characters. I can't do it. Like, so just as an example would be like something like that. I don't know. If I shake my desk here, she does fall over if I shake my desk intensely like that. But if you just have her posed on a shelf, and I'm not gonna, if I have her posed, 'cause other people don't have this. If I have her posed on a shelf and I don't bump it, she's not gonna fall down. And you also got Spider-Man here as well. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's all for this custom. Let me know what you think about it. And let me know what you think about Venom Month, and I will see you guys in the next review. Wow.